Ask Reddit. A lot of students are graduating high school right now. What is some advice that would help them out? It's okay to not know what you want to do yet, but don't go $100,000 in debt to explore your options. Kinda wish I knew that. I'm towards the end of my reasonably broad science degree and my dominant thought is can't wait to finally get that important piece of paper that everyone cares so much about. Same, but with business. You won't really begin to feel like an adult until your mid-20s at least. You're basically a teenager treated as an adult until then. Be careful. When you have a major accomplishment in school or at work, write a 2 or 3 page summary of it. Include what you did, how you did it, and what were the results. This will be huge in preparing for job interviews, yearly reviews, and appreciating what you've done and how hard you've worked. All your friends in HS are about to vaporize. After 2 years my social circle of 50 friends, and maybe 8 close friends turned into 3 close friends. A few years after that, none of my high school friends were even in my life anymore. You will make new friends, don't hang on to the good old days, make new ones. Don't go to college, there's nowhere to park. Well now it's true. Follow your dreams. Don't let any change your dreams. If your dreams include a family, don't get pregnant. Finish school. Get married. But a house. Be stable at your job. Then have kids. Don't do it ass backwards. It makes life so much harder. I know from experience. Also keep in mind that university is just an option, marriage is just an option, kids are just an option. Don't strive for the picket fence dream if it doesn't make you happy. You can switch jobs if it doesn't feel right. Life is full of options that you can pick. Don't lose momentum. If you take a break without much of a plan, you will very easily get stuck in the rut. Keep going, keep up the energy, and do something with your life as soon as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to know exactly what you want to do. But so many people will tell you take it easy, you don't have to have it all figured out. Which is true, but it's so easy to fall into the trap of doing nothing much, and before you know it you'll be approaching 30 and still doing nothing much. Give something a try, give yourself a try. You'll never have as many options and open doors as you do right now. Say yes to any opportunity that comes your way if it doesn't tie you down for too long. Even if it doesn't pay well, it will lead to random cool shit happening. The first 18 years of your life can be pretty misleading. The structure that you've had in your life up until this point will disappear. Whether you go to college or enter the workforce now, there is no plan for you. Other than family if you're lucky enough to have one, you will likely have no support network. You have to make your own plan. Also, there are many forms of success, and many paths to each of them. Don't worry too much about whether or not you measure up to your peers in some way. Learn to make and fix things for yourself. Be it grow your own food, build your own furniture, make, repair your own clothes, learn basic cooking skills. If all else fails you'll have a skill of some kind to make yourself useful with. In the best case scenario you'll fall in love with one of these things and go on to master it. You don't have to go to college immediately after high school. It's okay to start off at community college first. It's borderline ideal to start at community college first. It often comes with easy transfers to state universities and sometimes cost breaks. If you're lucky enough to have a genuinely good community college, you can do a lot worse than pursuing your entire degree there in a lot of cases. I am now 40 and my thoughts. As soon as you get your first major job, begin investing in retirement. I don't mean when you work a small job to help pay bills. I mean when you get to your career job. Begin immediately and invest heavily. Purchase a house and pay it off in 15 or less years. College is a great option. I even got my master's, but if you have something else that will lead to a job that provides decent salary growth, go ahead. Only marry someone you share a lot of common interests with. I married my best friend 15 years ago and we still enjoy hanging out. You don't have to drink your entire life's worth of booze before your 21st birthday. Likewise, a shocking amount of people don't survive their 21st because they don't understand this. Don't be one of them. Every good time has a price, and you may not be paying that price when you think you are. I'm not telling you not to have your fun, God knows I did. But moderation in youth can literally save your life down the line. You won't always feel like you do now. I know it's hard, but try to consider that. It's okay to not know what you want to do, but at some point, it's more important that you just pick a path and follow it through to the end than to obsess over what I really want. Try to save money now. Even $5 a week is something. I know some of you won't have even that opportunity, but if you do, you are the world's biggest moron if you don't. Wealth is built $1 at a time, over time. You will be shocked to find how many people don't understand this, spend like greedy raccoons, and then wonder why they're begging for food stamps. This isn't a "everyone who's poor is stupid" bad statement, but a few of them are. Don't be them. Pot is a damn good time, but it is nowhere near as safe as the pro-pot propaganda of this generation would have you believe. You are still inhaling burning particulates into your lungs, and there are disturbing rumblings coming out of a few studies that began in the last few years about its effects on mental health being more causal than was originally expected. Take it from an aging guy with a mother dying of emphysema. There are fates worse than death, and you may meet them for very menial crimes if you are not careful. A life without frivolity is not worth living, but a life in service to frivolity alone is a sin against nature. Balance. It sounds corny, but balance is the single most important lesson you can learn in this life. Keeping things in their proper place can protect you from wolves you didn't even know were stalking you. Be careful with your friends. A lot of people will smile at you and say nice things who will laugh at you behind your back and enable your worst character traits for fun. There's nothing wrong with spending time with lots of people, but curate your inner circle with every prejudice. Only the worthy should be allowed into your lair. If you at all have the means, get a lair. It's so choice. Use a condom, you ignorant sewer rat. Girls, get an implant. Too many little hairless sapes ruining young lives and peeing all over the place. Sex is one of life's greatest pleasures, but holy hell the consequences. Beware of zealotry. There does come a time to take a hardline stance and be passionate, but not everything is a war. I'm hoping that remains true for your generation, anyway. Have your ideas, but never forget you are limited and have no possible way to see a thing from every possible angle. Self-doubt is always the better half of passion. Travel if you possibly can. It really does a world of good to see how other people live. If you do it right. Eat at the little corner shop, not McDonald's. Take the local roads through town, not the highway. Stop at a diner and just talk to whoever's there, no matter how weird they seem. Also, know that the more places you go, the less at home you will be able to feel anywhere, especially if you end up back where you started. This may or may not be a bad thing. I won't go into any more detail about that because there's something important for you to learn in it, but fairly warn BV, says I. I know you're procrastinating on your homework, RN, that's why you're on Reddit. Go study for that final or I'll make you play Fortnite.